Hi, Facebook. I'll wait till somebody jumps on. Cooking dinner in Harlem, New York right now. Harlem, New York City. It's actually not something that I would normally eat. I don't usually do prepackaged food, but this like gnocchi gorgonzola looked really good from Trader Joe's. Hello, 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 people who are on, can you hear me? Woo! We got 10 now. We've got 10. Can you guys hear me okay? Hello, Sonia. Sonia, can you hear me? Sweet, okay. Cool. So, posted a video yesterday about withholding. I tend to teach from life experience, from the things that I'm learning in the moment or the things that I've gone through and learned. I've got to say, you guys, it is not easy to stand up and own your truth, whatever that is. We make mistakes, we're humans. Sometimes we have things that we know will hurt other people. And so we avoid talking about it. We avoid confronting the situation. We start to map out how that other person might receive it, and take that into consideration. Can I just say that it is the worst decision to withhold information from somebody that is required for them to make the decision that's best for them? It is the shittiest thing you can do to somebody to withhold your truth, to protect them. If you're with me, jeez, okay. I'm almost done with dinner, so I'm going to put it on a plate, but I've just got to say that is the worst. Are we doing anybody a favor? Anybody at all a favor? By gauging how much truth we're going to give them based on how much hurt they're going to feel. This isn't about me, but I'm teaching based on it. You guys, you're not doing anyone any favors. You're not doing anyone any favors if you are withholding truth, gauging what their reaction is going to be. They can't make an accurate decision that's right for their life if you're not honest. So I encourage you to own your truth. Be courageous. Be vulnerable. Show up for people and just got a phone call. Kat, I'll call you back. Yes, I can give you an example, Adrian. So I'm going to let this sit for a second. I can give you an example. For my own life, when I was ending my marriage, let me give you one. I could have gone home from New York and lied my ass off. I could have, and I did not. I asked myself what the easiest way, let me put this down so my hand doesn't wiggle, what the easiest way to really move this forward. And if I would have lied when I came home from New York City, if I would have withheld the truth from my husband, then a month down the road, 3 months down the road, what would have happened then? What would have happened then when he found out what I had been lying about the whole time? It is much easier in the moment, the second you grow the balls to do it, to start practicing showing up and speaking your truth. Whatever it is, whatever it is, whatever it is, whatever it is. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be messy, it's gonna be shitty, it's gonna suck, it's painful. You're gonna get your ass kicked. But you show up, rip off all the masks, stop trying to hide stuff. Hey Armand, how are you? Stop trying to hide stuff from people because you're afraid of hurting them. It hurts so much worse, let me tell you, if you lie. It hurts people enormously worse if you lie or let it go on. It does. You have to have the strength of character, the integrity. People make mistakes. We all make mistakes every single day. We are human. You have to show up, rip the masks off, allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to be seen in the moment that it's happening, It needs to happen like this. Like, that's who you show up as. No, it's not easy. And yes, you have to practice. Yes, you have to practice. You guys, where in your life, because I've been practicing this now for a good 6-7 months, just in the moment I feel it coming up where I have a choice to make. I can tell the truth right now, or I can wait and see where lying gets me. I could do that. Like, where in your life are you not showing up and owning your shit? Because I guarantee you, what you own now is far less painful for the people you're not owning it to now, if it's said, than 3 months, 6 months, a year down the road. People can feel the shift in energy. Like, you know the gut instinct that you have when you're around somebody, like when something shifts, you just know some shit has shifted, and they're like, no, nothing's wrong. You know it's wrong. So when we're withholding this information from people, it's not like they don't already know it's happening, right? You guys, have the fucking courage. Sorry, I know this is live, but have the courage to take down your walls. And I cannot impress upon you enough, if you are not saying things to the people that you love because you're afraid they're gonna leave, or you're afraid that your relationship is gonna change, you're selfish. That's a selfish thing to do. You are not allowing them to make the decisions that they need to make based upon the truth you are withholding from them. And that is not fair. Not in anybody's book. It's not fair. So own your shit. Stop lying. Because I can tell you, beyond that, when you start living your life this way, it gets easy. It gets way easier to own things and let things just like happen in the moment. Okay, well, if I say the truth right now, then we might, like, this relationship might change, whatever it is, it might change. But I know that that's a better feeling than carrying that guilt and that shame around with me from here on out. I know that that's a better feeling for me right now to, hey, Rosa, it's a better feeling for me right now, or better feeling for this person right now, that they don't have to find this out down the road. Find out that I lied on top of whatever I did, you know? It takes a lot to start practicing this and to start showing up this way, but it has to be done. Because if you think it doesn't matter that you're lying and withholding now, I'm telling you, down the road, it sucks. You don't want to see it down the road. You don't. And those people, like those poor freaking people that you're hurting, like, I'm sorry. I have had this on my heart for a couple days now. Obviously, I've been teaching on it. It has nothing to do with me, except that I'm seeing it happen. And you guys, I get how hard it is. I get how hard it is. If you can take a lesson from me and how I had a big ass choice to make when it came to showing up in my now ended marriage, I did it the best way that I could. I owned it in the moment because I knew that if I didn't, it was gonna suck. I knew it was gonna suck far worse, and I bravely went through that fucking fire because it had to happen. So, I mean, I just can't even. It's so important. It's so important because people can't make the best decisions for their life if you're lying to them. They can't. It's not fair. So grow balls, show up, Allow yourself to be seen and speak your truth, because those are the most important values. I value transparency more than anything, and that's what I give to people every single day. Every single day I show up that way in every way possible, as quickly as possible. It takes me less than 10 minutes now to be like, hey, you know how I let that pass? Let's roll back. Like, let's roll tape with brand new people in my life who they say something and they're trusting me because they think we're on the same page, and I roll it back and I'm like, hey, you know how you said XYZ? I need to disclose something with you. This is what happened in my life. You need to know this so that you can make the best decision for you moving forward. It's not fair, guys. I'm just saying. So as much as it sucks and as much as it hurts and as much as you might not get the outcome that you wanted, for the people around you, it's important for you to be honest. I love you guys. I don't know if you guys have any questions before I jump off. I think I'm going to head back to the kitchen and put my gnocchi on a plate. Sorry, this is so heavy. But yeah, I had a lot to say. Clearly, I've had a very interesting day. But yeah. All right, well, I love you guys. I'm here for you if you're having a hard time, if you're struggling with making the right decisions and having the right words to say to people, the important people in your life, the things that you're withholding, please reach out. I've been there. I've gone through it. I'm still going through it every single day. I love you guys, and that's the only reason why I'm saying this, because I know that I'm not the only one. So thoughts on not disclosing anything. Adrian, would you like to elaborate? I honestly live my life with the rule of I'm an open book. If someone asks me, I speak it. If someone asks me, I speak it. If somebody says something that I know is very, very important to them, and I have been on the other side of that coin, then I disclose it. Because they need to make a decision for them based on my past that might affect them right now if they don't have that information. I disclose everything. I'm an open book. Yeah, so no direct example. No, I'm an open book. I live my life as open as possible. And Adrian, for more than one reason. For Nicole, no, I have a filter. I'll get into that in just 1 second. But Adrian, no. So, yeah, I mean, I live my life as an open book because I feel at peace that way. I've practiced it long enough that it feels better to me to just be like, here I am. The other part of that is the biggest reason actually is that the more open I am, the more lives that I've been able to impact. And that's really important to me. If I'm half here, and I'm trying to just be something for every single individual person I run across, I'm not authentic. And it's really important to me to be authentic in every single moment. It's a lie for me to live any other way. And I won't do that. I don't withhold things from anybody. That's why I'm so honest with you guys. That's why I show up and allow myself to be completely embarrassed, completely criticized, completely hated if people want to hate me, pointing fingers, talking behind my back. I don't care. Because I know that there are more than a few people who are feeling the same kind of pain that no one else is having courage to talk to. And if I can be like, hey, listen, here's what's going on with me, flawed human being, and someone else's life can change because I'm willing to do that, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so Nicole, let me just read yours really quick, and Adrian, I'll get back to you. So, is that to say that you have no filter when speaking to people? No, I don't. I mean, I don't say things that hurt people. I say things I'm not afraid to say the things that will hurt people when they're the truth about my life. When I withhold things from other people about their life, I don't need to like say things like I need to have I take things as like, okay, would you like to know what I would like to, what I would do? I don't just no filter say shit out there, but I also am very authentic and true to myself, if that makes sense. Let me read your second. Tried to say what was right today to help someone out, and they took it very defensively and basically shut off the conversation as they felt attacked. Okay, so yes. To that, we can't change other people, so this might be a different subject. But I get what you're trying to say. Like when you have the information for somebody that you know would make a difference in their life, I would always ask if you're open to advice. And I would always try and say it in the most loving way possible. If it's something that has to do with their life, as far as like you know some information that someone else is withholding from them, I would encourage you to get both parties together and ask them to have an honest conversation with each other. And to ask the questions that are really hard. Because those questions that are so hard to ask, you know, the ones that are like in your gut, you know it's already there. Like getting people to be super like honest with each other. I mean, truthful questions, truthful answers. Transparent questions, transparent answers. Have the courage for both. Because they're both really important, especially in relationships. Huge. And then Adrian, let me go back. Isn't it a lie to just not always, isn't it a lie? It isn't a lie, it's just not always saying something. And how do you balance filtering versus withholding? So practice, oh, holy moly. So filtering, you don't always want to say, like I ask a lot of questions. That would be the best answer for that, Adrian. I ask a ton of questions, and I keep asking questions until the people come up with their own answers. That's how I coach. So when I'm on the phone with somebody and we're working through a difficult situation, I'm asking questions over and over and over and over until they get there themselves. And Nicole, this is another way to do this. So when you know you have advice for somebody, start asking them questions. Chances are they already know. And what else? And what else? And what else? And get them to keep talking. Because the more that they talk, they're going to get to their own answer. These are great questions, guys. Do you guys have any more questions about transparency, about living honestly in a relationship with somebody? Or any examples that you have going on in your life right now that needs some, and you know, that might be a little too vulnerable for this. Okay, cool. Good, I'm glad. Yes, it is brilliant. I mean, it's just coaching tactics. Like, it's better to not say too much, you know what I'm saying? So, people already know. They already know in their gut. They already know how to make decisions for themselves. Like, it's, it's hard for me, to be quite honest, because I feel like I know everything. Honest disclosure. Like, I feel like I know everything. I'm learning very rapidly that I do not. Especially in New York. I do not know everything. I do not know what people are thinking. Sometimes those questions surprise me. I mean, the answers to those questions, like, they're just like, what? Never would have thought that's where that was coming from. People are dealing with a lot of stuff, but, you know, I try not to assume when I'm having conversations with people. I try not to already come up with the answer in my head. I try and ask as many questions as possible. But yeah. All right. Well, I'll wait for a few seconds to see this gnocchi right here from Trader Joe's. I don't ever do this, I promise. I might eat the whole thing. I'm having a moment right now, clearly. Woo! Hey, Martin. How are you, my friend? Woo. All right. So if you guys don't have any more questions, I'll pop off of here. I will pop off if no one else has any more questions. And I'll eat my gnocchi. And if you have any other questions, anything at all, I'm here, no judgments. Send me a message. Woo, the Yankees won. You know how much I did not know that? And I'm here in New York. I'm not a sports girl. Alright, you guys. Now the rest of this video is just going to be me waiting to make sure nothing else pops up while eating gnocchi. When you live your life really authentically, you can eat gnocchi in front of the online community of friends you have. And also talk with food in your mouth. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about. Oh, you know what? If Armand was still on, we would talk about self-love a little bit. Okay, perfect. I know, Martin. When are you coming up here? Okay, cool. Yeah, Leanne, go and watch the beginning. I'm sorry, you guys. If you're tuning in at the end and you're going to go watch, in the beginning I dropped a few F-bombs in case you have some hard times with language. Again, I'm very true to myself. I'm very authentic. I can't edit. Not when I'm on a roll or when I'm really passionate about something. I just can't. Maybe around little babies. Alright. Well, I love you guys. I hope this added some value to your life. If you're looking to talk to anyone, I'm here. Thank you for listening in. Alright, love you.